because you did get the Georgia Tag Team Championship, as we said. You got the $3,000 when you stepped outside of that steel cage, and you retained your mask, which is something that you absolutely vowed that you were going to do. I wonder if we might go take a look at that.
I'd love to, Gordon. I really would, because once again, this Andre the Giant took it upon himself. Like I said, the big heart that he has. He went out there and tried to replace me because I had my doubts whether I was going to be able to continue or not.
Well, there you have it. So now we're back to the Omni at this point in time, and well, I'll let you pick up the action from here.
Well, I was back in the room at that time and trying to get myself contained, and I knew that hundreds and thousands of people had been dependent on me to be out there and defend my the Georgia title and defend my honor and to try and get that $3,000. So I just said no, I can't let that go by. So I made my way out there, and Superstar saw that I was in a little bit of a weakness there, and he took advantage of me right away and tried to capitalize on it.
Of course, you had suffered injuries previously and had been weakened. There was no question about that. May I just say that I think it took tremendous courage, a great deal of intestinal fortitude to realize the punishment that you were going to have to take, and yet it didn't deter you.
Well, Gordon, you know, when you have thousands and thousands of people standing behind you the way I had, you can't, I don't know, it seemed like injuries at times you overcome it some way or another, you know, and it's just something that I particularly feel that the people that were behind me, and I just couldn't give up. There's no way in the world I could give up. It reminds me back when I was a very young man. I had a man that stood by my side many times. His name was Fred Silver, and he and I would run around together when we was kids, you know, and he was a man I'll never forget. Freddie Silver was a very dear friend of mine, as Andre the Giant is a very close friend of mine and a super tag team partner. But I knew in my heart that as long as I can stand, as long as I can get on my feet, I've got to defeat this man, because this, to me, was the ultimate of all our matches that we've ever had, Superstar and Wrestling 2. This had to be the one that was going to finish it all. And at that particular moment right there, I got Superstar. He was trying to get out of that cage. I saw him there, and it took everything I had to throw that big knee, and I did. And I got out of that cage, and I didn't get out really on my feet, kind of went out on my head, but I got out first, and that signified that I won the check, also the Georgia title, and I kept my mask.
That, of course, is the all-important thing. There you see Superstar lunging desperately, trying to stop you from getting out of that steel cage, but you made it out, and the Superstar, I will have to say this, and certainly I know everybody is exceptionally pleased, exceptionally proud of you, but I would have to say this in begrudging credit. You faced perhaps one of the most superior athletes in the country when you faced the Superstar.
Well, I feel that the same way, because the Superstar is by far one of the best athletes that I have ever gone up against. He's a tough individual, and there's not a whole lot I can say about the man. He's tough from the word goes, and if you can't get on your feet and if you can't defend yourself, brother, you're a dead chicken as far as he's concerned. And I knew this, and I just knew that I had everything behind me, and I was going to go all the way, and I had the big man there to meet me as I went out on my head.
Okay, thank you so much, very much.